Hello guys from Stuttgart. In my last video I've shown you how the BMW Welt museum, I should call it, in Munich looks like, and today I'm at Porsche museum here in Stuttgart, and we are going to do exactly the same thing. We are going to just walk around a bit and show you which are my favorite car from all these ones here. Like, the place is really nice. It's something that for me is wow. We are going to do the same thing we did in the last video. We are going to start with the end. So here we have the 2010 plus era, and the highlight of all these cars from my point of view is this one from here, 918 Spyder with 900 horsepower. And when you are going to see, I'm going to show you which is my favorite car in this place. It's actually a car which has 1200 horsepower, but it's from 1971. Here you can try their emulating how the acceleration works in a Porsche 911 2.0 coupe. Here there's also a very interesting one, Porsche 911 Turbo S exclusive series, made in 2017 and which has 607 horsepower. And this is one of my favorites, 918 Spyder. This was made in also 2017, if I'm not mistaken. No, it doesn't say. And this one also has almost 900 horsepower, and they're saying that for the first time in the museum. So these are the cars that we saw up until now. There are cars that you can actually see on the street because they are very new. And from here on we are moving to the pieces of art, if I may call them like this. These are really interesting. Like, for me, the level of detail, and well, this is like an art. It actually has nothing to do with cars, to be honest. Like, you don't have to be a car lover in order to fully appreciate these places, these pieces of art here. Look at this one, for example, direct fuel injection. This is a Porsche RS Spyder from 2008 with 500 horsepower. What's really interesting is that, look at this Porsche Cayenne Hybrids Architectu Algo something 300. Wow. If you remember in the last video, it was pretty complicated for me, like almost impossible to go to the BMW museum. I was just to the BMW World, and I expected this place to be, we are now in the 2000s era. I was expecting this place to be not so big, and I'm actually a bit overwhelmed by it. My only connection with Porsche during my lifetime was when I was playing Need for Speed Porsche Edition in 2000, and I remember I was using this car and that car from there, and also this car, the Boxster. I will never ever forget this. And you know why? And you know what? I was wondering, because you know about me that I'm not such a car geek, but I wanted to know exactly where would you place Porsche if you'd rank cars. Like, for example, from my point of view, a person who doesn't know many things about cars, me, I'd rank this car way above, I don't know, BMW or Mercedes, or I don't know, Audi. But like, for example, when somebody tells me I have a Porsche, for me I expect something like this. Well, something like that, not so much. This is so weird. No? Porsche 911 Carrera 3.2 Speedster Study. This is from the 1980s. But what I don't understand here, like your head is outside and there's, how can somebody stay there? Or these moves? Ah yeah, you can move this. So yes, this doesn't make any sense. These are cars from the 1980s, and now we are getting to the very interesting part. For example, this is a car that I like, Porsche 959 Coupe from 1987. I like the shape, and its vintage look is pretty interesting. I think that here we are in the 70s, yeah, 1974. Here is something interesting. This one looks like in very old video games. And take a look here. Look at this car upside down. I initially thought it's like a replica, but no, it's a full car. Porsche 93578 Moby Dick. So nice. Well, this is special. I like very much the wheels and its overall shape. And here is the car I wanted to show you. This is a Porsche 91730 Spyder, which has 1200 horsepower, if you can believe that, and it's from 1973. Wow. 1973. And here, this is the ugliest car here because of the, not so much because of the shape, even though it seems a bit too wide. Well, I think this has to do with stability things, stability related issues, but I don't like the color. Either way, my question is, for example, is this a two-seater? I don't know, because if you can see, there's another seat inside there. This is the most important and most interesting part of the whole museum. Like, when do you ever have the chance to see something like this so close? It's almost impossible, no? Porsche 917, which also is really nice. I love it. Oh. And here I think we're back to the yes, we're back to the 50s. It's written over there. And this is a tractor. I didn't know that Porsche also made tractors. And this is a Jeep wagon, which is also pretty interesting. This, I think it's a sports car, is supposed to be fast. Just how fast is determined in part by its power to weight ratio, which indicates the mass that an engine must accelerate. Yeah, this was one of my questions. For example, it's interesting to know this car's weight, for example, because if it says it has 400 horsepower, it's really important. What's the weight? Like, we need to know that, but this is not written. I remember seeing cars like this also in video games, but I have never ever imagined that I will have the chance and the opportunity to be so close to them. And this is the first car you see when you come from the main entrance, from the main area. This is the first car you see, and I think it's very interesting because it hits you like, wow, I'm in a special place, you know. We have this carriage over here, which was designed by Porsche in 1989, if you can believe that. 1898, sorry. Wow, really nice. Here we have, I think this is one of the first Semper Vivus, the world's first operational full hybrid car. So this is the one, the world's first operational hybrid car, if you can believe that. And it actually looks pretty interesting and beautiful. And here you have another one from 1922. Also very nice. I assume that I could touch it, but I don't think it's such a good idea. Like, it's against the rules, and we have to respect the rules. Here we have some information about Ferdinand Porsche. Apparently the guy who created the brand, I didn't even know that has to do something with the name. So he was born in 1875 in Bohemia, which is now Czech Republic. Okay, begins working at the electronics company in 1893, and in 1900, how do you say this? In the 1900s, yeah, presentation of loaner Porsche electric car at the World Exhibition in Paris. Porsche built the first hybrid vehicle, the Semper Vivus. Yes, the one over there. You see? Wow. And he dies 30th of January in Stuttgart, 1951. So this is him, and this is his son, I assume, which was born in 1909. In 1920 competes in races driving a 6 PS cylinder, a children's car. Deci la cât avea? 11 ani, frate. Continually accompanies his father to race tracks like Monza and to the office. Really interesting. At 11 years old, and he died on the 27th of March in Austria, 1998. And here's something that I think I'm always going to remember, is going to become one of my favorite quotes. In my opinion, the sports car is the real forerunner of what's new. It already was in the past, and it will remain that way in the future. By far one of the most spectacular places I have visited. This mask is itching me, I don't know why. One of the most spectacular places I have ever visited, at least I would say, this year. And what's really interesting is that this whole area, it's called Porscheplatz, I think, and this means, I don't even know how to translate this. Either way, this whole place is designed to for Porsche. For example, you have there, I don't know what's that, there are some offices. Here you have a car, there are some cars there outside. It's really interesting. The entrance was 10 euros to get here. I took the metro, I paid 5.2 euros for a day pass, so I can go whenever I want, wherever I want, during 24 hours from 6 a.m. until 6 a.m. the next day. Yeah, this place is really interesting. I liked it more than the BMW Welt because, like I said, I find Porsche to be a more exotic car. At least this is my opinion. Either way, if you like this video, please like it. Well, yeah. If you didn't like it, please dislike it. And either way, please consider subscribing. There are going to be tons of interesting videos that are going to be here on Backpacker, since I'm working hard. I'm editing videos every day for my Romanian channel and also for this channel, and hopefully, I don't know, you like my work. For me, it's very important, and I'm very happy that I'm able to show you all these amazing places. Also, the building, the museum's architecture actually is really interesting. All this place looks amazing. Like, if you come to Stuttgart, you have to see this. I've come here 100% to see this place, and honestly, I'm not disappointed. Follow me on also on Instagram, Catalin Backpack Your Life, and see you in the next one. Bye.